Hi there, this is Kathy Crabbe. I'm a soul reader, an astrologer, an artist, and an oracle deck maker in Temecula, Southern California. This is white sage collected from near my property. And this sage is blessing, protecting, cleansing, purifying our space together. So as we call in this full moon circle, and also this is my Moon Day Soul reading for the week ahead, where I'll pull hand-painted decks, my own five hand-painted decks. We'll be looking at those. We'll be exploring a little bit about Samhain or Samhain, Halloween, Day of the Dead, when the veil between the worlds thins, and our ancestors, spirit guides, are invited into our space, the good ones, the ones we want to hear from. And this is the best time of the year when the veil is thinnest. It's the witch's new year. We're entering the dark time of the year. So it's a wonderful time to meditate, call upon your guides and ancestors, set up your altar with memorabilia, pictures, anything that will invite them into your space. And just make sure you protect your space as usual when you're working with the ancestors and your guides. Always create a circle of protection around yourself. You can do that just by envisioning a circle of light, or you can, along with that, sprinkling some salt counter or clockwise around your circle when you begin. Ending, you can do a counterclockwise ending of your circle. You can also sprinkle water. You can say blessings or affirmations, and that will it's just a way to keep you protected and safe within that circle as you do any kind of magical work or connect with those who've passed over. I like to work with this sphere of Jet. Jet has a long association with the dead and funerals, and that goes throughout the centuries. It's been a stone worked with in that way. But I like to use it to contact the ancestors or guides, and also when I work connecting with past lives. So let's just envision that all time is now. This moment encapsulates the present, the past, and the future. As we work together today, pulling cards, seeing what's coming up for you in this dark time of the year and the coming week, I just want you to hold that space within, that this present holds all the possibility of the moment for the future to be born and for the past to also be born within us again, so we can see all in a new light. Okay, so if we would like to, I invite you now to call in any of your guides or your ancestors, specifically ancestors, good ancestors that are beneficial, would be beneficial for you at this time in your life, just to call upon them now to be with you in this reading, as well as the divine or divine's higher power, the elementals, the fairies, to help you work with this full moon and this Samhain time in a magical, healing, and blessed way. So take a moment now just to do that. Okay, and also just to remember the witches that have gone before, the witches that were murdered, and to acknowledge and honor them as our ancestors. I'd like to pull a card in honor of those herb, wort, cunning women, those healing women, those witches. I'd like to pull an herbal card for them to begin. And hawthorn, a very witchy tree. And I will share that, the spiritual meaning of hawthorn on my blog, kathycrabbe.com. And just to let you know, this is a deck that will be coming out next year, a fairy herbal healing deck in two parts. The first part is going to be the cat herbal. You can see some of the kitties in that deck: red clover, meadowsweet, comfrey, juniper, wormwood. Wormwood needs to be in every witch's garden, and also be very careful of wormwood. It's a dangerous, dangerous herb. Okay, so next we're going to just take a peek at the astrology of the coming week. So you'll be receiving this video in my Saturday newsletter for the week ahead. And so our Saturday starts out with a Pisces moon, and that moon will carry us through until actually Wednesday. So we're going to have some watery, mystical, creative energy to intuitively work with, since we're tuning into the moon through these cards and this reading. And the affirmation: my dreams, vision, and intuition guide me. So that'll be a wonderful way to start your week and get down and get mystical. Get prepared for Samhain if you're going to do any kind of ceremony for your ancestors. So then Wednesday through Friday, we've got the moon going into Aries. It's a cardinal fire sign, the leader, the pioneer. So maybe you're going to be pioneering some ritual work, some ritual ancestor work this year, especially because of what we're dealing with in the world. Connecting with our ancestral lineage, ancestral healing. That kind of work is very important right now. Many souls are crossing over, and anything you can do to help by learning more, by connecting with your own ancestors, your own lineage, is going to help the collective. So with Aries, wake up and remember who you truly are. And when you do ancestral healing work, it's not only going to benefit you, as I said, the collective, but very specifically your family as well. So then we go into, the moon goes into Taurus, earthy, fixed, or stubborn Taurus, ruled by Venus, goddess of love, on Friday. And we do have our full moon on Samhain, Halloween 31st. Full moon is going to be in Taurus. And we've still got a Taurus moon happening on Sunday. So Taurus is, think of the color green, nature, green and pink. It's heart energy, it's Venusian energy. It's Taurus loves to be pampered. They love to be in love. They love to be surrounded by beauty. I slow down and indulge my senses. So these cards are actually newly published from my Zodiac Goddess Power Deck. And it's a 32 card deck that I painted in the 90s to bring goddess energy into the planet through astrology, through the signs of the zodiac. Something that was not really popular or being done very much at that time. So slow down, indulge your senses for this this Halloween, this Samhain. The original meaning of Halloween is pagan. It was a day to celebrate, to honor the dead. So how will you do that? I've given you a couple ideas. Check my blog. I will share a couple more. You can work with this reading as well to open up your intuition. What we're doing here is, in these circles, is working our intuitive muscles. We're strengthening them. And most of all, we're learning to trust our intuition. That will be your guide. Okay, so let's have a spirit animal for this full moon, the week ahead, from the Elfin Ally deck. This is a deck I painted with 72 spirit animals. So let's see what spirit animal or bird wants to come forward to help us this full moon, this magical, mystical moon. Okay, so we've got the flying fish. This keyword is free. Your heart is free to follow your delight. Reversed, things are taking way too long and your patience is wearing thin. Both those things could be applying to you right now. So let's go with the first one. Your heart is free to follow your delight. How will you follow your delight? Tune into the ancestors and feel yourself safe and protected this full moon, this Halloween full moon. Okay, lastly, I'm going to pull a card from the Lefty Oracle deck, drawn with my non-dominant left hand, the intuitive hand. Try that out. Because it's going to help you tune into your intuition, awaken your intuition, strengthen your intuition. That's what it did for me and for many others. Okay, I'm pulling a card. I'm going to just psychically read this card with my non-dominant hand first, just see if any images pop out really quickly. Grandmother Earth, Grandmother Spider, weaving your web, holding us all within, keeping us safe. Maybe we don't know exactly where we're going. We've got Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, but we have to trust in the weaver of the web. The weaver of the web, she who creates. What are we creating within? Because we will be sharing that without. We've got Mel. I love this card because it has a personal meaning for me. When my birth mother was dying from cancer, she pulled this card. This is the last card that we pulled, and to me, at that time, it represented adventure, the next, moving on into the transformation into the next stage of her soul's existence. Mel is a bit of a trickster, and this whole deck is a little bit of a trickster deck. It invites us into the chaos, to the darkness, where all is birthed, where creativity, the fool, jumps off the cliff, and where we fly into the unknown, but we trust in the weaver of the web. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy my blog. I will share all of these cards in a deeper conversation with you there. Happy Halloween, happy Samhain, happy Samhain. Blessed be.